welcome, welcome. It is graduation night, and I could not be more excited. Jim, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm pumped. I've been waiting for this for a long time. Like back when we had the first Live Academy. And even before that, I'm sure for you, because of having Live Academy before that. So like it's a culmination of a lot of things, and I am loving it, to be honest.
Oh man, I love that you bring up the past live academies because goodness, the last time we ran this, we were so confident. We had an incredible course. There was so much we were teaching people. We were giving them the skills to be able to take on the whole world and make any show they could ever want. And then we ran students through it, and they were way overwhelmed.
This emoji, that one.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And there were moments where my heart just dropped and
Oh yeah.
none of our students were able to finish. And it killed me to know that they had the tools in front of them, but they weren't able to use them. Oh, but now the tables have turned. The tables have turned, my friend. Oh, I'm
It
so
turns out
excited
if
for
you just
tonight.
take a whole bunch of stuff and then condense it down to 4 weeks, it just kills.
It was
Who'd have
amazing.
thought? Who'd have
It was
thought?
amazing. Absolutely amazing. I am so very excited. So why don't we dive right into jumping into tonight's award show, tonight's
Let's get it.
amazing celebration
A lot of
of our
congratulations to
incredible
hand out.
drivers, including the one and only Dr. Sanika Lee. Welcome, welcome,
Yeah.
welcome, one of our
Power
awesome
over pain.
graduates. Power over pain,
I
indeed,
love
one of the
that.
best
That is
shows
such a
out
killer
there.
name. That's such a killer name. I love that. I want
Oh,
a hoodie, by the way, Sanika.
yes,
I'll
me
pay
too.
for it.
Me too. For
Yeah.
those of you who are watching us live, definitely let us know down in the comments. Let us know where you guys are tuning in from because we have this running debate in the visibility hacking world. We're trying to figure out if we are more Canadian than we are American and how we sit along
That's a tough
that
call.
line. I know where our hearts are on either side,
Yeah.
but let us know down in the comments where you are coming from. If you're Team
Toronto
Canada, Team
specifically,
USA, Team
Toronto
Toronto.
specifically has just
Well,
taken over.
in
It's crazy. You
in
guys came out
Canada,
of nowhere,
Toronto is the center of the universe. So just
apparently.
saying. Just saying. Welcome everyone. Sanika's coming in from Georgia. That's awesome. John Dargy is coming from in front of the dance
Dance studio.
studio, which is fantastic, doing great dad things. Our visibility hackers are incredible. The way that they're able to use their live shows to connect with their ideal customers, to really nurture those relationships and do it on their schedules so that they're not wasting all of their time editing things and trying to
Mhm.
figure all of that stuff out. They can spend more time in front of the dance studios and supporting their kids. And that I think is just so wonderful.
Yeah, content creation can become a whole other job by itself.
Hmm.
If you follow the
Absolutely.
Gary Vee methods, the Grant Cardone methods, the so-called popular trends in content creation, you're making content at every breath.
Yep.
And it's exhausting. Like I've
Yeah.
tried
You're
it.
making
I've tried
content
it.
of yourself making content, right?
Hmm.
It's
It's
just,
so much, and it's just such an excessive amount. And there is definitely a place for micro content. Don't get me wrong. I think it is brilliant when it's used properly. Absolutely. But for your premier content, it shouldn't be anything more than setting a framework that you know is going to resonate with your people,
yeah.
setting the playground for you to play within or the frame, and then just enjoying what you've built. You don't have to be the host type. You don't have to be one of the skinny mic people, although I do want one. And you don't have to go through all that. You just enjoy the frame that you built for yourself or that you built together. And
Does this
it's
count as a skinny mic?
actually, yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, all right. Just send that my way. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, my friends. We have Janice coming in from the hospital
Janice.
office. We have John coming in from DTW, same
Mhm.
as Mr. Jim. And yeah, this is fantastic. I love this. I love this. So I have to say, Team USA is winning tonight so far in our
For now.
audience.
I don't know.
But that's
Toronto comes out of nowhere and just dominates.
we are the replay crew, just saying. Just
I can't
saying.
tell you how many times we had a Friday night live and it's like US, one Canada, and then by the end of the show it's like eight Canada and me on John. John would dart. So John and I, rest of them Canada. But
It's the
what
way we
happened?
roll. The way we roll. All right, let's dive into tonight's graduation ceremony formally. So I'd like to welcome you guys to the ceremony. You checked out our awesome intro video. I wanted to set the tone. I
So
want you guys
awesome.
to feel like you're on the red carpet because tonight we are celebrating the way you deserve to. If I had gold statues for you, I would be sending those your way as well. So here we go. So welcome to graduation for May 2022. This was our accelerated program. This is where we took the entirety of Live Academy, which at one point was a full year program, took out all of this stuff, separated some up into another program that we can learn about later on, and focused on the fundamentals. What do we need to do in order to create the assets and create the systems that allow us to effortlessly connect with our people? And that's what we focused on with this program. And boy, oh boy, our students were incredible. So
Completely
tonight we're going to
wins focused and it paid off. It works. Period.
absolutely.
It just worked. So
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 tonight
good.
we're going to talk about two different things. First, we're going to talk about what Live Academy is, what we went through, what the experience was, and then we're going to talk about what it means to graduate. So first, what is a Live Academy? Well, let me
Live
tell you.
Academy Accelerated program is no joke. We put our students through the ringer. It's a 4-week program. In week 1, we understood the foundations of our business. We made sure we knew who our customer avatar was. We knew who we were trying to target with our message so that we could ensure our message was in alignment, so we weren't wasting our time marketing and talking to people who weren't the right fit. Week 2, we started to dream about our shows. We started to figure out what our show was really going to look like and how it was going to start connecting us to those ideal customers. This got that momentum going in a way that was unstoppable. Week 3, we started talking about content because we're creating content for the purpose of connection, and we need to do this on a consistent basis. So week 3 was all about coming up with a content plan. We came up with an entire year's worth of content, my friends, and that is going to keep this momentum going forever. Week 4 was all about launching. We took that show, we made it a reality, and launched episode 1. Live Academy is no joke. It's a ton of work, but what you end up with at the end of it is a show, a connection machine that's truly designed to help you get your message in front of your ideal customers. It's designed to nurture the relationship you have with customers, with potential customers, with new leads, no matter how hot or cold they may be, and to send them effortlessly. So you can pretty much feel like firing your sales team because you're just going to be dealing with customers calling you from now on. Live shows are so incredibly powerful as a way to find our customers, connect with our customers, and really start enjoying the marketing process again. So my friends, congratulations to all of our graduates. Give them a round of applause and throw it back to you guys.
Thank you,
Live
Molly
Academy.
too.
Glad to join you guys. So that's Live Academy. It's a pretty big deal. And Jim, why don't you tell them about what it means now that they're graduating?
Absolutely. So now it means that you have a vessel, you have a vehicle to get attention. Really is at its basis level. It's going to attract the people that you want to talk to. It's going to attract those leads that can become sales. It's going to entertain your audience. So if they're not ready for you, they might know someone that is. It's going to start those conversations. It's going to start those connections, and it's going to start real, tangible relationships that will only develop into the future and grow. And with that, so will you.
100%, 100%. And Janice, you are amazing. We feel you. We love you. You are too amazing yourself. Yes, yes.
The
Oh,
clinic. Watch
the
out for the clinic.
clinic. Woo! This graduation ceremony, my friends, if you haven't already figured it out, is unlike anything you've ever experienced before. Why? Because what our students are creating, what they're putting out into the world, is unlike anything you've seen before. It feels familiar because there's aspects of this that may seem like you've seen them before, but the way that they're putting these together, the way that they're able to use live content as a way to connect to their audience, as a way to create a space for their message to be sent into the world, is unlike anything you have ever seen before. Oh, this graduation ceremony, my friends, is for our Live Academy graduates, clearly. We are here to celebrate the hard work that they have put in during the accelerated program. We are here to celebrate the incredible shows that they have put into the world. But this is also for all of our Live Academy members, for those past students, for those who have gone through the program but haven't yet finished the program, those of you who have purchased the program but haven't yet started the program. This is a reminder to you of just how powerful it is to have that live show on the other end of this program. And this tonight is also for all of you, our visibility hackers. Whether you've joined us in Live Academy, whether you're thinking of joining us for live stream conversions, this is our night to celebrate you, because as visibility hackers, we do business a little bit differently. We don't focus on content for the sake of content. We focus on content for the sake of connection. And so with that, my friends, the first very, very important thing that I have to talk to you about is the fact that business is changing. We've seen so clearly how the landscape of how we do business is drastically shaking around us. It's kind of like the world is crumbling around us. What we thought were going to be tried and tested ways of connecting with our people, of doing business, of making money, those ways are now crumbling. We see new ways like Bitcoin and crypto that we thought would be great, new ways of making tons of money. And now we see that industry collapsing as well. And it feels so chaotic. But I promise you, when you have the right path, when you have the roadmap, when you have the right tools in front of you, the path becomes a lot more clear. And when you have a live show like this, you own that vehicle, you own that roadmap. You can go wherever your heart desires because you own that message. So make sure that you remember that. That is the first most important thing. Jim, what's the second most
I
important
don't know
thing
why,
you
but
need
that
to
just
remember?
it makes me want to like salute.
Heck yeah.
That's how I did it. It's done.
Heck yeah.
Second important thing is what it can do for you. So I'm gonna sit on down, kids. I'm gonna tell a little story. So yeah, sit back, relax, make yourself comfy. I started out a game show at the beginning of COVID called X's and O's Game Show. And no one knew I existed. No one knew I was a person on this planet online at all. And after that show, and not even a long time, 30 days, 30 days of doing that show, I had 8-figure earners coming on my show asking to be on this new weird thing that I created. And you better believe that those started relationships. And those relationships led me to business transactions that continue to this day. And thank you, Lefty. And those relationships only grow stronger. Those relationships got me on the same stage as Russell Brunson, virtual stage. I got to talk with Russell Brunson. I get to work with Akbar Sheikh on a consistent basis. I am now working with Amanda Holmes of Chet Holmes International, which is insane. I now work with Liz Benny, which is absolutely wonderful. What an insane. Molly's a tremendous Liz Benny fan. So Liz, if you're watching, we got to set up that meeting one of these days, because otherwise Molly's could explode. But it's allowed me to work with Steve Larson, Marley Jacks, Kevin Anson, and the list goes on and on and on, because of a game show that was directed towards entrepreneurs and marketers. Because of that, I gave them an outlet, a place, a fun sandbox frame to play within. And then I said, come and enjoy it with me. And they did. And now, because of that, I have a business. I have relationships I'll carry with me for the rest of my life. And I get to help people to have the same experience that I did, because it truly is incredible. Thank you.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Let me tell you guys about the very first student who came through the very first version of Live Academy. This is when I knew how powerful what we were doing was. First off, we were not in this game to make money. We were in this game to make connection. So what we did was we started right at the very beginning of the pandemic, when all of the schools were shutting down, when volunteer hours for high school students were no longer a requirement because they literally couldn't connect with their communities anymore because of social distancing and lockdowns and whatever. But we recognized that that need for connection, that human desire for connection, was still there. And so I challenged these students I was working with to find those moments of connection, to find a space where they can serve their community. So just like we do as entrepreneurs, I had them look for that space in the market that they could fill. And this one student, for liability and confidentiality reasons, we can't disclose their names or locations, but I can tell you just how cool their content became. So this student here, we'll call her Neo. Neo was so into costumes and cosplay. This was the thing that fueled her. It was her deepest passion. And so she said, there's no way that people would be able to like care about me making costumes. There's just me and like a couple of friends that do this. And, you know, I can't really make anything of it. And I was like, I challenge you, because I bet not only are you able to make a connection to your people and make a change in your community with your superpower, but I bet you can actually make money doing it. And she laughed at me and was like, okay, miss. Yeah, okay, whatever. Pats me on the head and walks away. It was all virtual, so there was no patting on the head. Don't worry. So I challenged her to find a way to solve a community need. And she recognized that because of all of these lockdowns, the young preschoolers and their parents were missing their story times at the library. And so she was like, I think I can fill that need. What she did was she tapped into her passion of cosplay. She created these beautiful characters, and she created a virtual story time where she was able to fill this need, show off her passion, and create that connection. Well, let me tell you, this was so successful. She not only got, I would say, an A+ in her class. I gave her a very good grade because she worked very hard for this. She was also able to get a consistent community showing up to every single one of her episodes. This then evolved into her creating these characters and creating virtual birthday parties where, yes, she was getting paid. She now does this in person, gets paid even more. Guess what? she's leveled up even more. Now she's teaching her makeup artistry techniques to others so that they can create this kind of a business for themselves as well. And it all starts with that passion and that desire for connection. So whatever your business is, whatever niche you are in, however you serve your people, I want you to think about that. I want you to think about how you are able to make an impact. And if you keep that in your mind, that is what will fuel you to continuously create incredible content that moves us forward. Now, let me tell you about our second student, because that was so successful with our high school students that their teachers started looking at me going, how can I get in on this? This is really neat. These teachers wanted to have a little extra side hustle, but they also wanted to have the skills to be able to connect with the audience they already had in front of them, their students, parents, other teachers when they had meetings, bigger superintendents and school boards and big officials when they were trying to get more funding and more attention to their programs. And so when we gave them the stage, we gave them the vehicle, we gave them the ability and the skills they needed to create a show where they can connect as teachers, where they can engage with themselves and engage with these other audiences, that connection absolutely changed the game. And this can change the game for you guys as well, whether you have an audience, whether you don't have an audience, whether you are in a huge industry, whether you're the first of your kind, whether your competitors are little and you're a big fish, or whether it's the other way around and you're looking in the face of these huge, big budget brands. It doesn't matter, because when you own the stage, you own the message. And that's what happens when you go through the Live Academy programs. You get to own the stage. You get to own the message. So if you want to own the message, I want to see it down in the chat. Own the message down in the chat, my friends, because I am so here for this. We got 4 things for you tonight, my friends. First, I want to brag about you guys. Then I want to share some awards with our graduates. We're going to talk about what comes next. And finally, we will send you off into the world in a way that you can go and do what I always tell you to do, and that is to be excellent. So shout outs to Jim Beard, who's here. He's here with me tonight.
Hi.
Shout outs to Sanika Lee. Shout outs to John Dargy. They're all in the chat hanging out with us. Shout outs to Lefty. He's here as well. Shout outs to everyone who is here live, everyone who is here on the replay. I am
Janice,
here for this.
J-Lee, Hope.
Janice, J-Lee, Hope. Yes, my whole team, all of my people are here. I'm so pumped for this. Are you guys ready for us to brag about you?
It's a bragathon. Call in your pledges.
All right, let's talk about graduation. So first, before I brag about you, I want to give you things. I know that my favorite thing, my superpower, is bringing brands to life, breathing life into different brands, whether they are brand new and they're just an idea, or they've been developed for a bit, but they need some way to get a little bit more refreshed. So I have some swag for our graduates. So here's me telling you a bit more about your swag.
As visibility hackers, we all love some good swag. So you guys are getting sent a custom swag package just for graduating tonight to celebrate the incredible work that you guys have put in to your awesome shows. So you guys are going to be getting a brand new accelerated program, a Live Academy shirt. Yes, a visibility hacking shirt, because we all love t-shirts, but more importantly, you're also getting a Do You Even Go Live swag pouch. You can put all of your gear and accessories in here. I know you guys have been learning so much about different microphones and cameras and mobile setups. You probably have a ton of cables and a ton of gear that you need to stash somewhere. So we got a pack just for you. and for all of your brilliant ideas that you'll be coming up with, all of your show ideas, guest ideas, and so much more. We got you an Options Not Excuses notebook, so you can write all of those great ideas down and more. So enjoy your swag, my friends. You earned it.
I love swag so much. So that's the first thing I want you guys to know, that you have swag bags headed your way over the next week. Keep your eyes peeled to your mailboxes when they arrive. Post your photos. We love unboxing videos.
Yes,
It's
please.
a great piece of content. Go live with your shows and unbox your swag. And also post your photos. We want photos in your shirts. We want to see where you put your stickers. I want to know all of that. But we also have another gift. I just sent you guys a very special message, top secret, just for our graduates. Check your inbox because we got new profile photos for you. Yay! Round of applause to celebrate your new status as graduates here in the visibility hacking world. Congratulations, you guys. Yay! So
Molly
what
gives
do
the
you
best
guys
gifts, period.
I,
Molly gives the best gifts, period.
it's my
So
love
awesome.
language, I guess.
It's so awesome.
So my friends, as our graduates grab those photos, they can change up their profile photos and celebrate that new status. So congratulations to you all. Yay. Let's talk about what they went through in Live Academy, because week by week it was so incredible to see the growth in our students, to see them week by week, and then to watch over that whole month, that month and a half since we started, is remarkable. I literally don't recognize some of our students. So in week one, we laid the foundation. So this is where we make sure that we are focusing all of our attention, targeting the right audience, making sure that our message is in alignment. And in fundamentals week, we run them hard. I think we had big trainings every single day of the week. And if you're not taking action live with us or keeping up every day, it is so easy to fall behind simply in week one. And we did have quite a few number of people tap out and send us messages like, yo guys, I can't. Like, I'm trying to juggle 5 things right now. I just can't do this. But the students that we had were so focused, so like it was incredible. It was incredible. What was your big highlight from week one?
Sanika.
Yeah.
Sanika, definitely, and John. In particular, Sanika, I just remember her being like, I don't know what to make. I don't know what to do. What do I talk about? When do I do it? How do I say it? And her just being like, I don't know if I'm in the right place. And now you could put her on any stage in America, and I think she'd throw it down.
Absolutely. And she's getting invitations to do things like that too.
Yeah.
So that's
And
amazing.
John, from the beginning to now, he has gone in.
Yeah.
This guy, first off, does the 30-day video challenge with Junaid, who is fantastic. You know, we absolutely adore Junaid. And Live Academy Accelerated program.
At the same time.
At the same time. And he has a family and kids and a job. Like, it's nuts. He did it. And you could tell in the beginning, like, he had that 1,000-yard stare that you see in like old Vietnam vets. And, like, you could see on those live videos that he was like, man, I don't know what I got myself into. But he did it. He did it. He kept up with it, and now he gets to reap the rewards. I think that's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I love it. Week 2, we focused on standing out, and we did a lot of branding stuff. This is where I got to dive deep into branding with everyone. They did a lot of homework. They came up with their colors. They figured out what we like to call our font mullet. #font mullet down if you know what I'm talking about. I love the mullet. So we talked about all of these things, and then I got to go take all of that away and play in my creative space and create the graphics and create the visual identities of all of these shows. And it was like a light bulb with our students. Like once they saw their show, even like piece by piece, as I was dripping it out to them and getting their thoughts and their feedback, like, we like this logo, we don't like this logo, we like these colors, we don't like this font, etc., etc. And it was just so cool to see those lightning moments, those light bulb moments, those aha moments where students were just like, oh, whoa, this is real. Like, I can do this now. This makes sense. And we got them to dream really, really big. And that was really fun. Really fun to see.
Well
for
said.
sure.
I mean, that's the time where you give them the banner to wave, right? It's the banner that you stand behind and you're like, this is who we are. This is who I am. Are you with me? And before that, you're like, I can help you somehow. And it's tough because you can't like, rah, you can't like get behind that in a big way. And what your branding stuff does is so incredible, is that it gives them that banner to stand behind and flex and be like, this is what I stand for. Join me on my journey. And if not, it's a big internet, because I've got my path and we are rocking.
Yeah.
Join it or don't. But if you do, I swear we're gonna rock it
Yeah.
together. And that's what that gives them. That's what that branding gives them, is that banner to wave, like Braveheart with the paint on your face and stuff,
Yeah, absolutely. Branding is essential. And I find that there's so many people creating live content out there, and they're dabbling here and they're dabbling there, and they're, hate to tell you, but they're all using the exact same templates. You can tell it's exhausting, it's tiring, it's not reflective of your brand. But when you have this customized experience that's intentionally designed for your brand, your show, your calls to action, etc., etc., like, yeah, John says it right. We totally hacked it out of that part out of the process, because yeah, that's how we do this. That's how we do this. And I love it. I love it. It was so great.
Molly,
because
the mad graphic scientist in the lab.
That's kind of how I felt.
She's got like beakers for no reason, just always
and
around.
Then we headed into week 3, which was content week. This is, I think we blew everyone's mind this week. This is the week that if you're going to cry, you're going to cry in week 3. Because week 1 is heavy. It's a ton of work, but it makes sense. You feel like there's progress every step, every day. Week 2, we get really excited. We go dream big. We get pretty graphics. Like it's a really like love heavy week. And then week 3 is like, so this is how we keep this sustainable. This is how we make sure that this show is going to leave a lasting legacy, that makes sure that this show has legs, has a backbone, has content that is valuable every single episode, that you're not tiring out your message, that you're not exhausting your message, that you're keeping everything relevant for your audience. And we help you do that across all of your platforms, connecting not just your main pillar content of your show, but also all of the other posts on all of your other platforms to help really make a full funnel out of that front end content. And it's so cool. We have this awesome process. We call it the year of content. We map out literally an entire year's worth of content that you then replicate across all of your platforms, but intentionally, not just being on a platform for the sake of being on a platform, but why we are on each platform. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. What they do in this week is great. We give them this awesome format to start their shows that really helps them get moving, because at this point, there's a lot of people who have 1,000 ideas of what they want with their show. We've let them daydream. So they want to bring on the biggest guests, and they want to have the biggest panels and have the fanciest graphics and all of this stuff, which is absolutely possible. But we need to grow into that. And we need to take action. We need to stop overthinking things at this point. And this is a big reality check for people. And we had some pretty heavy heart to hearts
Mhm.
in week 3,
Yeah.
where we were like, no, this is what we need to do in order to move forward now. All of those things we can grow into, but what do we need to get our show launched now? Because if you have a great message, as we always say, if you have the cure to cancer and nobody knows, then what is the flipping point? If you survived week 3, my friends, put down in the comments, I survived week 3, because it's like hell week in the military. Like, if you
Yeah.
survive that, we're
That was
stronger
intense.
together on the other side.
It truly was. It was intense. And the highlight for me is just meeting with each person and
Yeah.
really honing in that message. This is what I do. This is who I help. That was really important because you need to, it's the backbone of everything you do. And,
Yeah.
you know, right by it, you build your brand on it, you build your show on it, you build your courses on it. That process we go through for 12 months of content is also an outline for a high
Yeah.
ticket course. It gives you, you can plot out your entire year. You can get on amazing guests 6 to 8 months in advance, sometimes even 11, which means that they're probably going to be available. And you're able to actually like plan your life around living, which is wonderful. Once you have it in a calendar, you can plan around that. So you can say, listen, I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks in April. Okay, I'm going to shift my show to here and here. Cool. I have a launch coming up in June. Awesome. So the 3 months prior to that, I'm going to be building up to that launch. I'm going to be name dropping on everything I do. Hey, my big thing's coming. My big thing's coming. If you guys want to get on the waiting list, join the waiting list for the big thing. You're going to love this. And
Yeah.
boom, launch. And you have an amazing amount of people that are ready, literally ready to receive whatever you're about to sell. That process is intense, but it's intense for a purpose. And that purpose is, oh my God, tenfold minimum of what you get out of that process. You can use that, what you've created, you can use it in so many ways. It can judge what you're going to create for your content. It can judge what you're going to sell to people. It can judge JVs. It can judge, uh, I mean, any number of tertiary benefits that come out of that process. And not to mention that now you have a process you can follow every year forever.
Yeah.
You'll never be without content.
And it's great as your brand grows, as you gain on different platforms, as you shift to different platforms, as new platforms evolve. The same framework works. You just
That's right.
move it. You just amend it. It's flexible enough that you don't feel constrained, and you're not pre-writing all of your content a year in advance, but it's also strict enough that you know that you don't need to be overthinking. You don't need to feel like you're drowning and coming up with the biggest and best idea right here, right now. It's this beautiful framework, and I think
I can't tell you
it's
how many
so exciting.
times before I came up with that method, how many times I would just sit and drive myself insane and then get mad and then you deny and then you get distracted and then you come back to it, then you get sad, then you try and reach out to people to help out, more distractions, then you don't do it, you say screw it, it's not even a big deal anyway, don't worry about it, and then you never do anything. I've been there. It sucks. It's a vicious cycle that perpetuates itself more and more as the days proceed. So once you can exit that cycle of crap, you can just run your business and help people, which is the whole reason that we do what we do.
Yeah. The whole reason I do what I do is for week 4, because that was launch week. So we gave our students the challenge of launching their very first episode, knowing full well that launching to your audience for the very first time on a very new medium with a very new vehicle, and all of that is really nerve-wracking. So we created a solution. We get our students to launch their first episode in our student group. This way, it's in a safe and protected space. We can give them feedback and commentary on what they can do to be better, whether it's framing themselves in the frame differently, whether it's introducing themselves differently, or whether it's, hey, you totally forgot your call to action at the end. Whatever it is, we can help them with those simple reminders so that when they do the second running or the third running of that episode, when they finally go live to their people, they're confident, they're comfortable, they're excited, they feel like they have control over this new vehicle that they're running. We don't It's kind of like having a learner's permit and learning how to drive. We don't want to launch you into the highway before you've learned how to turn corners in your own neighborhood. So launch week was super cool. And the one thing that makes me sad about launch week is that we didn't have our one-on-one coachings the way we did in all the other weeks. Usually in the rest of the weeks of the program, we are on live multiple hours of the week, one-on-one with our students, just banging through whatever obstacles they were facing to really get that momentum going. But in week 4, we gave all of that space to our students. We went live when it came to getting anything that had to do with launching that episode ready, giving all that feedback. But it was such a cool experience. What did it feel like for you, Jim?
It was just watching it all come to life, which is amazing. It's like
Yeah.
you're building, your head's down, you're building, and it's like, okay, go. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you don't even realize, oh, I have everything I need. I was still ready to keep working. It's like, no, go.
Go.
Slap them on the butt, and you go on out there, and they make their amazing shows, which has been awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it's been so cool to see
This
episode
was
one.
so cool.
And
So cool.
it's just excitement, it's the payoff. It's the big moment that it all culminates in. It's wonderful.
I'm so proud of them. So let's brag about them. So one of our students, Hope Isaac, she is out there in the US of A. She found us on Facebook, and actually you'll notice that all of our students found us on Facebook through our live shows. We are a testament to our own product, to our own program. Live shows really work. And so with Hope, we worked on a couple different show ideas. We have the Hope Takeover, where she's going to dive in with individual Facebook groups and help their Facebook group owners really automate and streamline that connection and make the most out of their Facebook groups. And we also talked about creating the Hope Experience, where she's able to have a space that she's reflecting on that journey while she grows and she finds her message and she finds where her talents best resonate. And this is great because these shows are designed regardless if you are new to the scene or if you've been an OG player in the game for a while. It doesn't matter how big your audience is, it doesn't matter how long you have been an expert or whatever. When you build your own stage, you build your own expertise. And that's what you bring to the scene, regardless if the people in your audience are 2 steps behind you in the process or 2 kilometers behind you. There's my Team Canada reference for you. So, way to go, Hope. Way to go, Hope.
Way to go, Hope. Absolutely. And I mean, everyone needs what she does.
Yeah.
This woman is incredible. Like, she has gotten scholarships in 3 different groups, I believe. Why did she get those, Jim? I'll tell you. Just sit still for a second. So she was incredibly engaging. She gave value to others. She made the group owner's life easier. And she did the work. And because of that, she got noticed by the group owners and they offered her scholarships. And what she did to get those scholarships is the very thing that every group owner wants in their group. a community. And Hope does it amazing, period. She shines with community building. She just gets it. And no matter what path she chooses, either one of the shows or even something else, I know that it's going to be value packed and it's going to be absolutely incredible.
Heck yeah! So shout outs to Hope down in the chat. Let's blow her up. Let's make her feel celebrated because, man, Hope, you're such a hard worker. You're such an inspiration. And we cannot wait to see what comes next for you. John Dargy. John Dargy. He is from Michigan. He also found us on Facebook. He has worked his way through and earned all of the badges in the program. He has launched his show, and I am so excited. His show is Home Office Rescue. He is going to be helping sales professionals and so on with their video, with their presence, really helping them feel comfortable with their technology and look the best they can, because we all know visual authority sells and solidifies that authority. So if you want to make more money with your sales online, if you want to look better in your web meetings, then you definitely want to check out John Dargy and Home Office Rescue. Oh, I love this show. This is great.
Oh, yes. And I'll tell you this, I'm going to quote this right now. You be on the lookout when you get into like sales presentations and things like that. Everyone's going to look the same, and one person's going to have absolutely stunning video with the stamp of this man. Because you're going to know it when you see it. It's going to be his look. And you're going to go, oh, one of Dargy's clients. Because that person's going to stand out, and that person is going to be the one that you want to have a conversation with. And that is the power of Home Office Rescue.
Yep, I love it. John Dargy is one of the kindest, most inspiring people we have ever had in the program. My favorite thing about John is seeing the way that he's been connecting with our other students. One of the things we do in the program is we have a Facebook chat group for all of the current students where we can bash our heads together and figure out how we can overcome these obstacles that we're facing, because we're all about moving forward. And man, oh man, the number of times John Dargy was first to respond with really thought out, great answers. He's constantly going back and saying, yo, if I don't know the answer right now, let me go look into it. John Dargy is our problem solver of this group. He's been fantastic at helping motivate other students, helping them work through other obstacles. He's pretty much an honorary coach in the Live Academy program. So John, from us to you, thank you so much for giving us all of that energy in the program. It wouldn't have been the same without you. So heck yeah to John Dargy. Shout him out down in the chat. Let's really blow him up because he absolutely deserves it. 100%.
Yeah, John.
Next, we have the one and only Dr. Sanika Lee coming in from Georgia. She found us again on Facebook, also has earned herself all of the possible awards here in the chat. Or here in the program. She launched her show. She figured out her foundations. She got it all. I'm so very, very excited for what she's putting out there in the world. When we first met Dr. Sanika, I thought she was cool. I was like, I want to be Dr. Sanika's friend. Like, she's awesome. She's a great mom, and she's really energetic, and she's really passionate about what she's putting out there into the world, but she's stuck on how she can get that message out to the right people. And it's exhausting when you're playing the game of content for the sake of content, and when you're just putting stuff out there every day and trying something new. It's like throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping that it sticks in the shape of a masterpiece the first time. And it doesn't. But man, I literally cried because of Dr. Sanika. When she posted her very first episode in week 4, when she was ready, she had gone through all of the training. She had overthought so much. We had this heart-to-heart conversation in week 3 where I was like, "Girl, you're just going to go and move forward right now. We're going to stop overthinking this and we're going to take action." What she came back with brought me to tears. I did not recognize the woman in the camera, and I called her and I said, "Girl, who is this? What is happening?" This person was so enthusiastic, so excited, so happy to be sharing her message with the world. And I was like, "Girl, who is this?" Sanika looks at me and she's like, "That's me. You inspired me to tap into what I'm so excited about and passionate about and share it with the world." When Sanika was given the vehicle she needed in order to share that message that was brewing inside of her, all she needed was something to let that message be heard. And you could hear it in her voice. You could see it in her face. You could see it in the way that she presented herself, her content to her people. And I think Dr. Sanika changed that day when episode 1 was launched. And I am so excited to see what happens with Dr. Sanika moving forward. Oh my goodness. What do you think, Jim?
It's amazing. Like, it's really amazing. Like, I want to go back to our first StreamYard where she first came on, and then to now. It's like Sanika became Sanika. And like, she could do anything she wants. She could step on any, I'm fully confident about this, by the way. She could step on any stage and crush it. Like, her confidence is incredible. Like, one of the things I didn't expect to be a part of this was camera confidence.
Yeah.
And night and day, her and John both like stepped into themselves in a big way and got loud. It was awesome. And Dr. Sanika, I got to give you all the flowers, as the kids say. And she did World Tai Chi Day. Absolutely crushed it. Rocked it. She's now taken upon herself to enter into a challenge. Rocking it. Her content is incredible. Her TikTok videos are amazing, so good. I watch as many of them as I can get my hands on. And her live videos are super impactful. And I see the comments, these comments are coming in of people, asking questions, engaging. One of the coolest things, like, of my existence is going to be when I saw her on World Tai Chi Day. And you remember the thing we talked about the pain before and after entering it into your name? The people did it. And the spread was astounding. Astounding. It worked. And I could see it on her face, the recognition of, oh, I'm doing the right thing. And that recognition was everything for me. Like, that'll carry me for a long, long time.
Yeah.
It's getting to see that. That meant everything to me, is getting to see her reaction, that moment. And if not the moment, one of the moments for her, to where she's like, I can do this. And it's everything. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't recognize her as the same person that came in. And I am so honored, Sanika, to be some small part of your story, because I know your story is going to grow and grow and grow. And I can't wait to see it and be a part of it.
And even the questions that Sanika was asking at the beginning of the program are not the questions she's asking anymore, because she's elevated her business in such a great way. Because with her show, she's able to literally ask her people questions instead of trying to figure out how to read their minds. She has a vehicle now where she can actually call out and say, "Hey guys, I'm working on a workshop. You want to join me? Hey team, I'm about to jump on live. You want to join me?" She has this whole community that she's building behind her. And I think that's it's just so incredible. So heck yeah, Dr. Sanika, throw her some love down in the chat because Dr. Sanika is amazing. Check out Power Over Pain. It's a fantastic show. It's got great graphics. It's such a powerful show. Whether you are living with chronic pain or not, check out her show. You're going to want to. Now we got Janice Wong. That's right. Janice Wong is one of the busiest moms in all of entrepreneurship, to be honest. Like, she's a kick-ass product inventor. She does the craft fairs and all of that still. Like, this is heavy work that she puts in to her business, and she's learned through all of that work, and she's put it together by working her butt off in the accelerated program. She worked her way through all of these badges. I think the quickest anyone has ever done it. It's like, I didn't really see Janice during week 1, but then week 2, watch out, like, here she is running at full
scene.
force.
And then she planned a wedding.
Yeah.
In
like,
there as well.
There was a lot. There was a lot that was going on, and you can hear her kids in the background. Like, she is no excuses, Janice.
You know what's interesting
Janice.
that I just thought about? Every single one of our graduates have kids.
Heck yeah.
I thought that was very interesting. It just hit me. It's just like, oh wow, they're not just going in at single and living in an apartment and no worries. Like, they've got families.
They got families,
So
and they still put in the work, and they still are able to run these shows, which is so incredible. Like, Janice is amazing. She's a super busy mom, and now she's bringing all of that brilliant experience and knowledge to you guys with the show that is formally called the Business and Entrepreneurship Clinic. But for those in the know, those on the cool list, those on the VIP list, we just call it the clinic. You're welcome to call it the clinic with us as well. Where Janice will help you diagnose what is going on in your business and how she can help you streamline that, how she can help you get back your time so that you can spend more time doing the things that you love to do and less time trying to figure it all out in your business. She's been there for a lot of that stuff. She can help connect you to people who can, if she doesn't already know the answer, because she is a freaking superstar. Absolutely.
What I love about the clinic is that she's taken the focus that she had from nursing.
Yeah.
And the analytical kind of mindset, having to find out what's the problem, and you search through the things that it could be, and so you narrow down to the thing that really matters. And she's taking that same focus and directing it at your business. How incredible is that? I find that so cool.
I love it. She's so valuable, and I love that we're able to help these students get that message out to the people whose lives are going to be changed by this content, and it's really powerful. We're literally changing lives every day, so cool. Every episode.
John Dargy says, "Teen hashtag no sleep." Day by day. Yeah.
So let's talk about Mr. Jay Lee coming in from the T-Dot himself, coming in from Toronto, Canada. He connected with us again, Facebook live shows, super great connectors. And we worked on the Sales Ninja show. So Jay Lee, if you don't already know, he is known as the Sales Ninja. Jim, why is he the Sales Ninja? Tell me more.
I'm trying to remember why in particular. I remember someone called him the Sales Ninja, and it stuck, kind of like funnel hackers, how that stuck.
Yeah.
Because he got right to the heart of, I believe it was because he got right to the heart of their sales problem.
Yeah.
And they said that he was like a ninja, sales ninja. But Jay Lee is absolutely incredible. His saying is, sales without faith is dead. He is incredibly passionate. He poses against sleazy sales and Hey, come and look at this car, and then that kind of like persona of gross sales, aggressive sales, pressure sales. And he teaches you how to sell without selling. And what that experience is like is to where you finish your presentation and they go, well, how much is it? Instead of you saying, if you join today, sound like a late night infomercial. If you join today, it's 3 easy payments of $19.95, and we'll throw in the knife set. You don't have to do that anymore. They ask you. And he's truly incredible. He has put up some really impressive numbers even before meeting up with us. And I fully believe that it will only increase as he now has an official method to bring people into his world and to show them what his authority is and what he's absolutely stunning at.
I love it. I love it. Jay Lee, the Sales Ninja Show. It's twice a week show. So Jay Lee put in twice as much work every week to get content out to you guys. One episode a week. He is sharing his brilliance, his knowledge. He's got this hot seat for himself once a week. And then the other episode every week, he brings on a guest and they work through an obstacle. And last episode, Jim Beard was on, and it was a really awesome conversation that you guys have. Like, hot seats get a little bit intimidating. People feel like they're really exposed, they're really vulnerable, they're out there and they don't really know who's watching live. But I want you guys to know that when the kinds of shows that we help our students create, we never, ever want our guests to feel like that. We never want them to feel intimidated or uneasy about being there, because that is not what's going to help them progress forward. We believe in connection. And in order to do that, we need to make sure that the experience our guest has on the show is positive and helps them move forward. And so for Jim, he was so relaxed. It was like watching two old friends just kind of chat it out over a couple beers by the fire or something. What was it like for you, Jim?
It was good. Yeah, I mean, it's so cool to see Jay in his element. Just like the same reason why I enjoy all of our graduate shows is because it's seeing them doing what they are brought to do, what they're meant to do, what they're best at, where they rock. And it was no exception with Jay. Getting on there, he just digs in, and you can just see him chicken scratch on the other side while you're talking together and everything. And he's just scheming and plotting. And at the end, he goes, "What about this?" And you go, "Oh, dang, Jay, that was awesome." And you whisper it because it's that cool. It's when something's so cool, you have to be like, "Oh my god!" You have to whisper it. Yeah.
Because if you say it any louder, it might not happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he did. He knocked our socks off. He did exactly what he set out to do, and it was an awesome session. I know it's one of those things to where I didn't feel uncomfortable at all, and I think he's going to be incredibly successful with it.
100%. 100%. So go check out Jay Lee's show. All of these shows, go check out our students. We shouted them out down in the comments. You can go friend them. Go find the groups that they run. Find these shows. Connect with them. As I promise you, they're only going to be getting better from this point forward. So congratulations to all of those students. But it's not the end. Just because we are graduating does not mean this is the end of the journey, my friends, because once you have that vehicle, once you have that, what we call a connection machine, a system that's put in place that is designed intentionally to connect with new customers, to nurture those customers and those leads who are already in our ecosystem, and to catch those who fall off of our funnels at whatever stage they're in on our value ladder. Once you have that, now we got to teach you how to drive it. Teach you how to really get the most out of that. And that's what our next steps are. So Jim, tell them about what happens after Live Academy.
Absolutely. It is called live stream conversions. So now you've got the attention. What do you do with it? We want to start sales conversations that lead to a sale. And if they don't lead to a sale, then they lead to a relationship that could lead to you meeting other people that could facilitate, business relationships and things like that, or even friendships that will lead you on a better path. Uh, it's how to get attention of your ideal prospects to your show. So cold audiences are included in this. Launch methods, content launch, to where you can actually get attention before you ever go live or before you launch your product, getting people on wait lists, how to generate inbound leads and to send them up your value ladder, how to create a funnel that excites your prospects and collects their info, which is super critical. You want to start gathering that list. The money's in the list. We hear that often in entrepreneurship, online entrepreneurship in particular, is the money's in the list. Is because once you get them on your list in some form or fashion, you can sell to them forever. Forever. And it doesn't matter if Facebook comes and goes, if MySpace comes back with a vengeance, out of
Go
nowhere.
Tom.
Go Tom. Or Twitter, it becomes some other thing, or Truth, or whatever's the thing. It doesn't matter. You have your list, and then you can say, listen, I'm on this new thing, or I'm going to be on YouTube, or I'm going to be on Facebook. It doesn't matter, because the list is kind of like Grand Central Station.
Yep.
And then you direct them from there. So we're going to show you how to start creating that list, how to create video assets that will sell for you around the clock forever, acting as your best salesperson forever. But even though you're doing something else, they're still generating new leads, filtering audiences, and instilling know, like, and trust. How to create micro content that acts as little satellites bringing people to your show, and how to frame those and phrase those, and where to put them and when. How to properly transition to your call to action without sounding salesy or sleazy. That's a big one. How to follow up the prospects after the show. So your follow up, what happens next. Follow up can be like for Frank Kern, for instance. Follow up is almost 43% of his entire business. I was just on a call with him the other day, so I remember this fresh. 43% of his business is follow up. So not the first sale, they didn't buy yet, but he followed up and then they bought. Okay. Let's see here. How to follow up with prospects after the show, the $5 a day method to strap a rocket ship to your audience growth. And we're going to be actually showing that off, growing our group using this very method. We'll test new strategies and techniques and share those assets with all of you to use in your business as well. So if there is a new way to sell online that comes out, we will test it. We will put it through the races and we will give you the results. And then even better is if it works, you can have those assets to use as you please as templates that you can then just fill in your info. Use the very things that we just got done using and testing for your business, already ready-made. And then once a month, we'll bring in experts to talk about a particular topic that contributes to selling online. And I'm sure at this point, that our networks are pretty deep and they love to share their knowledge. And we will love to have them share their knowledge. Her and Molly and myself contribute to many other groups as guest speakers, and they do the same for us. And then there's one other thing that Molly and I are still working out, but is happening, and that is to be included in our new advertised channel that we're developing. Now, when I say advertised channel, Jim, what do you mean? It means that we're going to actually push ad dollars to that channel. So think of the HBO for entrepreneurs, to where your show can be included on that lineup, and there's going to be traffic coming in, new people to discover you all the time. So we're still working that part out, but know that it's on the horizon. So this is live stream conversions, and it's the next logical step, and it's where you turn this, essentially this, what we've begun in live stream accelerated, and you turn it into a business, flat out, something that can churn and work even while you're sleeping. And it's something that I'm incredibly proud of, and I know that Molly is as well. This is something we've been working on for probably since day one of
Yep.
her and I coming together. This was always the goal. So, I mean, it's us, and I know that it's going to be everything to you guys as well. It's the difference between having a show and starting some conversations, and having a show that starts conversations that actually lead to sales, and that make it so that this passion of yours becomes sustainable. You can leave your day job. You can support your family. You can get private insurance. You can do all those things and still be able to do other things on top of that. Have time for yourself, for your family, for your why in your life, whatever that may be. Super proud of it. And I hope that you guys will join us on this journey.
100%. If you guys want in to the live stream conversions program, then comment down in the comments, let me in, and we will be in touch with you guys. We'll follow up because follow up matters. Follow up matters. And if you were like, whoa, 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 wait, I need a show before I can dive into live stream conversions, don't you worry. We have the next round of a Live Academy is going to be our summer camp edition. We're going to run it through the summer. So you are more than welcome to join us for that. You can join us with that. We'll actually throw in, if you join live stream conversions through this graduation ceremony, if this inspires you to take action and join, we will throw in a Live Academy, the summer camp edition, absolutely free for you, so that you will have your show banging. And all of the live stream conversion stuff will make sense to you. But if you are still on the fence about live stream conversions and you want to dip your toe into the water of first, and you want to get that power, feel what it feels like to have your own stage, build that stage so that your message can get out there to your people, well, then definitely comment down below summer suntans or something like that down in the comments, and we'll be in touch. We'll get you into the summer camp edition for sure. Oh, I love it. I am so excited to see what's coming for the visibility hacking world, for Live Academy, the summer edition, for live stream conversions, for all of our students and the shows that they're creating. It's just
I forgot
so
one thing.
amazing.
I
Oh.
forgot a part of live stream conversions, and that is you get to
Oh,
watch us put absolute gasoline on the fire that we started with Accelerate.
yeah.
And we're going to talk
Yeah.
about what we're doing. We're going to talk about the reasoning behind it, the methods, the logic, and what the results were. Because that's what we all want to know, right? Did it get results?
Yeah. And because everyone's been asking, I'm just going to answer everyone right now live, rather than messaging you all back. Yes, in live stream conversions, you do get over the shoulder views of all of the live shows that I put out. Friday Night Live, the live show, the showcase that's coming up. So you guys can actually see behind the scenes what happens when we're producing shows at that level. And these are totally obtainable formats and production styles that you guys can do at home as well. And we will show you how to do all of those. So you get that. I have the fancy camera just out of view here. There we go. That's the fancy camera that literally sits over my shoulder and gets you guys a view of producing that awesome show behind the scenes. So heck yeah. So again, if you want in, you want to be cool like Sanika, you want to be cool like John, you You want to be cool like Jay Lee, the sales ninja, who said, "Let me in" earlier today. Come join us in the live stream conversions program because it's going to be totally kick ass. Like I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen with our students.
It's going to get intense, and I can't wait to see the wins again. Like I'm hungry to see those wins again. Like it's like a high I want to get back. Is
Yeah.
seeing people with their shows coming out and everything. I want to see you making cash. I want to see it coming in like crazy. I want you to say, Jim, I need to call you right now. And me being like, I'm at a thing. And you being like, no, it's an emergency.
No.
And like, I go away to the bathroom at the restaurant or something like that. And you're like, I just made 10 grand. And then me jumping up and down weirdly in front of other people in the bathroom, the men's room. And they'd be like, what's going on? I'd be like, don't worry about it. Quit asking some questions, Todd.
Yeah, Todd. Jeez.
That's what I want.
Oh my goodness. I love this. I love this so much. I really do. I really do. So now that we know what happens next, once we have our vehicle, once we have our live show, we know that live stream conversions is where we go to turn that into a giant bonfire, to pour gasoline on that bonfire so it can be seen from space. And it starts attracting, like the bat signal starts attracting our ideal customers to us. So we know live stream conversions is the place to go for that. Now, I want you guys to know that you are in the right place. If you have that message inside of you, if you have that passion brewing inside of you, and you're wondering how you can get that out, if you have a really awesome business and you serve people on a really, really intimate level, and you're looking for a way to connect it to even more people, if you have the cure for cancer and you're looking to widen the audience so that people actually know that that cure exists, well, you are in the right place, because us as visibility hackers, as a community here, as the Live Academy program, as the live stream conversions program, and the live stream conversions family grows, I want you guys to know that we are here for you. We believe that your message matters. We believe that we are here to do whatever it takes to help you get that message out to the world, because you are literally going to change lives. We just need to turn up the volume for you guys. That's all I got to say tonight, my friends. That's what I got.
More. And just my closing statement to you guys is very similar. You're in the right place. I mean, it is my passion, and I feel like it is the reason that all this journey has been culminating to is I love, and I mean it, I love doing this. I love getting attention on messages I believe in, that I think are going to change the world in some positive way, and that are going to leave a mark on this world. I forget who said it, but they said that I want my legacy to be the fact that I helped somebody with theirs.
Love that.
I don't remember who said it, and I'm sorry that I don't remember it. But I love that. And I want that to be my legacy.
Yeah.
So my KPI is, how many people did I help with theirs? That's it.
Yeah.
It's my passion,
yeah.
and it's what I want to do. That's it. Thank you guys so much for believing in the two of us, because we're a little nutty, and trusting us with your time. We really truly appreciate it, and we are so honored to be a part of your mission, your movement, and your message. Be seen, be known, go live.
Oh, I love it, my friends. Thank you all for joining us. Keep kicking ass. Let us know if you want into either the live stream conversions program or the summer camp edition of a Live Academy. Remember, we'll throw in that summer camp edition for anyone who jumps into the live stream conversions program in the next couple days. So, pardon?
Can we throw in arm floaties or like swim shoes?
Swim shoes. I totally need to get swim shoes. Yeah, we
I'm
need
glad
to
I
get Crocs
reminded
with
you.
the little like. We need to get Crocs with the little like
No, we don't. No, don't do
things
that.
on the outside.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I saw high heel Crocs recently.
That's awful.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah. Well, let me know what your opinions are on Crocs too, my friends. If you're still watching us, let me know if you're team Crocs or team not Crocs, because this is a controversial issue. But until then, my friends, if you want into
down
the
with the
summer
Crocs.
camp, if you want into the summer camp edition, or you want into live stream conversions, which includes the summer camp edition, definitely let us know in the comments. Reach out to either one of us, and we will get you into that program because it starts very, very soon. All right, my friends, remember, I love you. Be excellent to each other and just go live because your people, they're out there waiting for you. Peace out, home
Make
slices.
something awesome. See you guys.